What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Y'all be messing with the yaps, but yeah, it's your boy Cash Out Alex. And by the title of this video, you can see that essentially we're just going over everything I learned from purchasing my dream car. I got an AMG GT63S at 21, and I figured I'd make this video so I could just drop some game of people that might be on the same path as me or about to purchase their new car or looking forward to do it and kind of like in the entrepreneur space. But just to give a little background, it's been a few weeks now since I've had the car, probably about a month. And 100% first thing right off the bat, that's probably the most obvious, is that you get used to this stuff so quickly. Like, this is my new normal. Now, that's a good and a bad thing depending on the type of person that you are. But just like my apartment, it was a big deal when I first moved in. But now that I've been here 8-9 months, whatever it is, this is my new normal. Now, the great thing about getting nice things such as a car, apartment, etc., is if a higher frequency of motion and action and environment becomes your new normal, then it becomes your new normal. Like, it's not an actual bad thing. And a lot of people like purchase cars. Like, I know so many people that purchase cars and penthouses and stuff, like, all for content, right? Which is cool. Do your thing, bro. Whatever. Anyone with half a brain could separate the bots from the not bots. But essentially, no, having a car or a penthouse is not going to boost your content crazy. Now, let me tell you why. I've seen both. I know someone that has a penthouse, his content goes crazy, and I know someone that also has one and his content doesn't go crazy. Now, you might be asking why. It's because people can tell if the ball is rolling or not. No one's just going to follow you and like you because, boom, you got a new car. That's not how the game works. Everybody knows that. My car vlog that I just posted, it's not okay, maybe a portion of it is doing well because it's a cool car, I guess, but a lot of it is because of people from the video previous are now watching that one, right? You need to have the ball rolling in order for it to be worth it anyways. That's a given. If you think that you're going to blow up off of a materialistic item, you're not, bro. Anyone could get anything and you could fake pretty much anything nowadays. But I think the best part about buying these kind of things when you're young especially is that if you have the ball rolling and you're doing it for the right reasons and you buy stuff because you like it and not because of other people, that's what is going to bring you the connections. You know what I mean? Like, the connections don't just flock to you because you have a cool car, because you have a nice watch. You need to have the ball rolling and you need to be a person of value anyways. The good thing is that, remember what I said, that the frequency becomes your new norm. So someone who's at that frequency, right, it's very easy to tell who else is on that frequency and vice versa, which means that if you're on it, you're on this frequency of just high execution, fast, optimal efficiency, whatever crazy fancy word you want to use in order to get your work done or just life done. If you're on that type of timing, it's very easy for somebody else to be like, oh, that guy's on that type of timing, I'm trying to get cool with him. Like, it sounds corny and you don't really think about it like that, but realistically, I'm on that type of timing. If I see somebody else on that type of timing, or they're younger or they're doing it better, I want to be around them. Simple as that. Like, I'll be like, damn, like, you're where I'm at, if not a little bit better. I'm sure we could find a mutual interest, etc., etc. I mean, it's not going to make you happy. I mean, I do get a lot of smiles per gallon, but like I said, this is my new normal. So happiness is something that goes very quickly. So if you base your happiness on money, because, okay, yes, money can buy happiness to an extent because you can, like, purchase memories and things like that. Having money just in general will not make you more happy, but the things that you can do with money, if you use it for the right things, yeah, for sure, you can buy happiness. But keep in mind, the happiness is very dependent on the journey. I spoke about this in one of my voice notes in my Discord. I have a Discord that's like surrounded with like e-commerce people and Amazon FBA guys because I make money off of Amazon FBA. That's how I got my dream car, my dream apartment, etc., etc. But I do these little yap sessions, right? And they're kind of like this except no video, and they're much shorter and easier to consume as like a quick kind of thing. And I just yap, kind of how, because a lot of people mess with the yaps. But inside of this Discord yap session, whatever, I was speaking about how there is absolutely nothing, and I also said this in my last video, there's nothing in the world like money. When you get money, bro, you can get used to it in a week. You can give me $1 million right now and I'll be hella geeked right now. But a few months in, I'll be like, yeah, I deserve this. What's up? What's wrong? Right? That's how, like, money, there's nothing else like it. There's nothing else like it. And so with that being said, it's very easy to fall into the trap of needing more and more and more. If you're not grateful for the little steps, you just won't be blessed with the big steps. That's just the game of the world, bro. That's just how it goes. You need to be continually grateful. But the car was definitely an overall positive for me. But that reminds me of something. So I told one of my friends about me purchasing the car, and they saw it on my Instagram anyways, which you should follow me. But they obviously believe me because they've seen the come up, they've seen where I've came from, etc., etc. They told one of their friends, and their friends said to me, "Oh, that's not real. That whole lifestyle, that whole thing is fake. Like people fake that whole thing. They go into so much debt for that. That's not real." And I was thinking, are there actually people that believe that this stuff is not real? Like, really think about that, guys, because everybody that's watching that I speak to on either Instagram DMs or Discord or something, they always feel like, oh, I don't know where I'm at. I feel like I'm behind, blah, blah, blah. You got to realize there are people that have no clue this world exists. And you actually are thinking about it, trying to change your mindset, trying to get better at it. So you're already a step ahead. Don't doubt yourself in that form, because doubting yourself will cause you to lose, essentially. Because I know so many people that are stupid and don't doubt themselves, and they go crazy. The sole difference is not how smart you are. It's just, are you smart enough to doubt yourself, right? If you don't doubt yourself, you're good. Don't be smart when you're doubting yourself, because you should doubt yourself most times, because you have no skills, you have no value, you have no anything. That's normal. Just be dumb in that one aspect. That's the method, bro. Be delusional, be dumb, and be like, nah, I'm gonna do it, like, and just do it, cause it's real, and it's real with anything that you try. But back to the car, 100% a car or a dream car is therapy in a way, for sure. And I will even go as far to say that sometimes driving my car sets the tone for my day. So sometimes I'll wake up really early and drive my car. By the way, if you don't know how my car is, it's very loud and it's very fast. And that's actually the exact traits that you need in order to be successful. Maybe not loud, but the loud is like, think of it like excitement, I guess. Like there has to be passion for it, you know? Like I had a Tesla before, but there's no passion, there's no character, because it's fast, cool, but there's no like, the passion is what makes it deep and valuable. But again, I'll wake up at like 7 a.m., I'll hop in my car, I might be a little tired, boom, I start it up. My car is literally like, what's up? We're up. Let's go. I get in. I'm like, damn, I turn the little dials. It goes into race mode. Now it gets louder and faster. And I'm driving down, and I'm most likely speeding a little bit. I'm blasting some crazy song, and it's 7:20 a.m. and everyone's asleep. But I'm up, and my car is setting the tone for my day. And now I'm ready to take on the day. And with that being said as well, that's also why your frequency gets higher. Because if you live the lifestyle that your dream wants, right? That's why having your dream stuff is so fire. Because let's say you have a dream let's say you have a dream of having a really cool penthouse in a really cool city, right? And you finally get that penthouse. Even though you grinded your ass off for it, right? You finally get that penthouse. When you're in that penthouse, you're going to be like, this is my dream right here. The thing that's cool about dreams is when you have them and you achieve them, everything else kind of comes together. You know what I mean? Like getting your dream penthouse is also going to probably help you get your dream body or your dream physique or your dream mentality or your dream work ethic, because all of those things kind of come together. It's very weird, but essentially you can use these materialistic things that are worthless, create value in your mind, which you're doing for dreams, and attach a future version of yourself to a dream. And once you start receiving small parts of the dream, you'll increase your frequency. And like, I don't know, bro. What am I talking about, bro? But you guys get it, right? Yo, this is the crazy app, but it does help. And I honestly think, because my car gives me a lot of validation, and by validation, I mean like other guys just being like, oh, that's cool, blah, 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 blah. I don't even know why I'm doing finger quotes. It does give me validation. But I would say that the validation is the least valuable part of having the car. Even if nobody looked at me or nobody knew my car existed, I still think I would get a lot of fun out of it. It's a very fun car to drive. And I have this kind of theory that it worked with my my first nice car, which was my Tesla, and my apartment. It didn't work with my new car, my AMG GT, because um, I actually am in the process of purchasing a home soon. So I didn't ball out on the car. I could have gotten something more expensive. Now, for my apartment and for my Tesla, I did kind of ball out a little bit. So I was spending a little bit more than probably the average person should. But these things created a fire behind me that I needed in order to propel me to get me closer to my dreams, which I'm currently at now. And now I don't need a fire behind me because that fire has been behind me for so long. It's just natural. I'm already running. I don't even look back anymore. If you took anything away from this video, I would say definitely live your dream life earlier than you think that you deserve it. And what I mean by that is if you can afford it, by the way, afford means it's a decently smart decision. If you can afford something and you want it, you should get it, because if you are in a mindset where you're saving every single penny, you'll probably never make a lot of money, because you need to have an abundance mindset. And you always hear abundance mindset. What does that actually mean? Money does have to flow through you, right? And the reason for that being is because if you have too much, like people never actually break it down because I don't think they know, but it's if you have too much of an attachment to money, it will cause you to close doors or never even take a look at a door, an opportunity, because you're so attached. For example, let's say there's a $10,000 business opportunity that could potentially change your life, and it's not a bad decision, or it may be a little risky, but it's a pretty decent decision in order to make your money back and then some, right? And it'll take 6 months, let's say. If you are very hoardish of your money, that door will be closed automatically in your mind. You'll be like, oh, I don't want to spend 10K. Well, that's crazy. Not even taking a look at it. That door is closed automatically for you, even though that could have made you a lot of money. That could have helped you meet this guy who does this, who will also help. You don't know. That's why you need to not have a scarcity mindset, because you never know what you're going to stumble across that's going to propel you to the next level. I heard Alex Hormozy talk about this one time, and he said, you can only be so broke, which is zero, right? I mean, maybe you can be in debt, but it's not easy. You can only be so broke, but you can be infinitely rich. There's not much further that you can go down, but you can be infinitely rich. So why would you even, he didn't say this part, I'm adding on to it. Why would you even take a chance at having a possible door closed that you know could get you closer to being infinitely rich? And I was talking with my friend earlier today, and I told him the same exact thing. Most people that live life, like take a major city, and most people that own their home, right? They accompany for like a big portion of the economy. Like when you're broke, all you see is broke people, because I was there and I understand, but there are actually way more rich people in the world than you believe. Just in the US alone, there's way more. Like you probably walk past like a few millionaires a day, like on average, unless you live in like a very small town in the middle of Idaho. I don't know, bro. I don't even know where Idaho is on the map. I dropped out, bro. But look where I'm at. I got my dream car, dream apartment, dream everything, dream circle of friends, all that, and then some. And I got my dream relationship with God. And it's all because I stick to the game plan. I didn't doubt myself. I knew what was possible, and I ran every day with a fire behind me in order to achieve what was possible, and I'm going to continue to do so. Don't let the noise fool you, bruh. It's only you at the end of the day. It really is. Not your mommy or daddy, not your best friend from kindergarten. None of that. At the end of the day, you will always have you, and you'll always have God. And if you're thinking about that or anything, you should lock in, because it's a W method for real. And I don't want to like say method and kind of downplay it. It's very important, and I attribute all my success to God for real. But that's not what this video is about. So let's bring it back to the dream car, right? Because that's what you're here for. If you can decently afford your dream car, buy it. I say buy it. When I said that I kind of balled out for the apartment and the Tesla, this is what I meant. When I first got my Tesla, I was not making a lot of money a month, but I was making enough to buy the Tesla, and I bought it. And guess what? That payment was hefty. It was a hefty payment for me at the time. And I'm still paying. Now that I think about it, I'm still paying that payment. I'm so far ahead that I don't even notice that payment. That car is literally sitting collecting dust in the garage now. Like, that is crazy to me, considering that that payment used to make me trip out. Every time I saw it, I'd be like, oh my gosh, the payment has never changed, by the way. Keep in mind. Because having that payment is going to force you to get to where you want to be quicker. So I say buy it. And I always tell my students as well, because I'm very hard on my students and I'm very hard on people in general because I don't treat people how they want to be treated. I treat people how I want to be treated, but I want the truth very straight up and blunt, and most people don't want that. But a good amount of you resonate with my content because I'm like that. But something truthful that I'd say about this whole thing of life in general, not even the game, like life in general. Dude, if you make a decision that you thought was smart and you get burned on it and it destroys you, you weren't made for it, bro. Simple as that. If you're dreaming of this fantasy life so much, why are you not taking risks like your dream life would and then carrying out those risks to reap the reward that you could possibly reap? And just like, why are you not just living your dream life already? Like, what are you waiting for, bro? Even if you get that car, get that apartment, whatever it is, move out of your hometown, right? And it doesn't mess up, and you got a pretty, like, people are more safe than they realize. Not taking a risk is the biggest risk that you're going to take. It's going to cook you. It's going to destroy you. Take more risks. Live your dream life right now. And just start executing every single day. Like, it's so easy. It's so easy to get rich. You have no clue. Just like it's so easy to get ripped. It's literally just, do you want it or do you not? If you show up every day to the gym, even if you're doing who knows what, bro. You're doing overhead stuff. You're doing these curls. You don't even know what you're doing. Even if you show up every single day for 2 months and just do it until you're tired, you'll be ripped. Even if you don't know what you're doing. That's how a business is. That's how life is, bro. Just show up every single day. Go until you're tired or you can't go anymore. And then boom, you're going to look back and be like, holy, wait, I know what I'm talking about now. I'm smart. Or I know how to do this. Yo, I made this much last month. That's what happens. It's a snowball effect, and you're not going to realize it until you're in it and living in your dream momentum. Like, you need to find a dream momentum. Think about a dream momentum. What is your dream momentum? How much are you getting done every single day with your dream momentum? Figure out what that is and start just living your dream life, bro. So many people think that they're so much further away from their dream life than they realize. I made a tweet about it, and just frankly, you're not. You're not that far from your dream life. Like, if you made a few, of course you don't know what they are yet, but if you made 2 or 3 right decisions in a row, boom, dream. It's that simple. It's legitimately that simple. But what no one's gonna tell you is that there's a certain number of losses that you're gonna have to take in order to get a win, and you're gonna have to keep taking losses until you get another win. But the thing is, when you get these wins, right? You make a note in your head. Okay, that's a win. Loss, 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 win. Loss, 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 win. And the losses start getting smaller and smaller and smaller until it's win, 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 win. Loss, win, 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 win. And you're like, what's going on? It's just trial and error with your life, bro. It's that simple. Trial and error with decisions. Trial and error with risks. How are you going to know if you never take a risk? But yeah. This a little yap. You guys be messing with the yaps. If you leave a like and sub and comment what you think about the yaps, I'll keep doing it. As long as they do good, I will keep doing them because I like the yaps. But yeah. I always say at the outro, take care and stay blessed. So I guess that's my outro now. Stay blessed.